In this video, we're going to have a look at the Better Food Menu admin settings. And to get to those, you just need to click on Food Menu in WP Admin, and then just click on Settings from the submenu. On the first page, you will be prompted to add your license key, and this will enable automatic updates so that when new features are released or any bug fixes are released, you'll get those automatically with regular WordPress updates. There is also a brief breakdown of the different vocabulary within Better Food Menu, such as menu items, menu sections, diets, and allergens. There's also some basic instructions on how to add items to the page. In this case, because I've got Beaver Builder installed, you'll see that there are some Beaver Builder instructions. Otherwise, there are some shortcode instructions here. As and when we add more support for other page builders, you'll also see instructions here for them. Next, we have some appearance settings, and there's a couple of options here. First is the currency symbol, and that's going to be the symbol that's prepended to the prices of each menu item. So you can set that globally here. Next, we can set the style scheme, and there are two options here. One is none, and you get no styles whatsoever, and that just gives you complete control over the styles when you write your own CSS. Basic gives you some structural styles so that when, for example, you set a menu item to have the image on the left or the right, it will set the image to the left or the right, but you don't get any other styles on top of that. The rest really gets inherited from your theme. If you want to write any of your own CSS to style the menu items beyond what Beaver Builder can offer, particularly if you're using shortcodes, then by clicking on the example CSS styles, you'll be taken to this section of the Better Food Menu settings, and it'll give you example CSS that you can just copy into your own style sheet and modify in any way you like. Now, there's a lot of CSS selectors included with Better Food Menu, and that's not to overwhelm you or to complicate things, but just to give you the maximum amount of flexibility. At the time of recording, the example CSS has been split into 5 different sections. The first section is Global CSS, which is CSS that's applied to every single component of Better Food Menu, whether you're using shortcodes or a page builder module. Next, we have Menu Filter CSS styles, and this is all the selectors that you need to style the menu filter buttons. Next, you have Menu Section CSS styles, and the menu section is a list of items that you have categorized in the same way, for example, a main course or a dessert. You have Single Dish CSS styles, which might be a signature dish or an offer that you're promoting. And finally, you have generic CSS selectors, and that's going to apply to menu items whether they are inside a section or a single dish. So just look through all of these different sections and just pick out the CSS selectors that you need and add them to your own style sheet and style them as you see fit. The next section in the settings is the text section, and here we have a few different options for different labels and phrases that might appear within the menu. At the time of recording, we have 3 options, and these all relate to the menu filter. If you recall from previous videos, you'll see some text above the diet filter, you'll see some text above the allergen filter, and you'll also note that we have a show all button for each of the different filters. So you can change the text for those here. In the 4th section, we have shortcodes, and this allows you to generate shortcodes using some different options that you set. So for example, if you want to set a menu filter, we can simply set options and generate shortcode, and we can say, well, we want a horizontal menu and we want to align it to the center. We can also add a title here. Now we simply have to copy the shortcode to the clipboard, paste that inside a page, and you should see a menu filter. If you're using a page builder, however, you'll probably find it preferable to use a Better Food Menu module within that page builder, because you'll get a lot more options and flexibility that way.